Dear shareholders, 2024 was a year of progressive recovery and transformation for Filinvest. While we started 2024 with some setbacks due to the hybrid work setup that changed global leasing patterns, we managed to pivot and fill the gaps by year-end. Our business proved once more that it is adaptive, as shown by the operational and financial results for 2024. Filinvest's portfolio is comprised of 18 properties, totaling over 330,000 square meters of gross leasable area. The 18 properties are broken down as 17 Grade A office assets, totaling over 300,000 square meters GLA of prime office space and 1 resort lot. Geographically, 16 of the 17 office buildings that house a diverse and globally recognized tenant base are in Northgate Cyberzone in Filinvest City in Alabang, while another building is located in the gateway of Cebu IT Park in Lahug, Cebu City. Rounding up the portfolio is a 29.1 hectare land that is located in the most prime section of Boracay Island in Aklan. The property was acquired through cash in the fourth quarter of 2022 from Filinvest's ultimate parent company, Filinvest Development Corporation. The Boracay property derives its revenues from its land lease to the multi-awarded Crimson Resort and Spa Boracay that is located at Station Zero, which is in the more exclusive section of Boracay and has its own private beachfront. The Boracay lot acquisition enabled Filinvest to increase its portfolio GLA by 9.65% from 301,363 square meters to 330,449 square meters. It also added a high-grade asset outside of Alabang and Cebu, where most of the assets are located. This was Filinvest's first step towards a more diversified portfolio as it's broadened the income profile mix beyond office leasing and into the growing Philippine hospitality and leisure segment. Total valuation of the portfolio is 48.4 billion pesos as of end 2024. To further grow the portfolio, our strategy is to expand in CBDs in Metro Manila and other regional hubs in the Philippines by way of additional income-generating real estate properties with high and stable occupancy. Filinvest registered a net income of 1.63 billion pesos in 2024 on the back of rental and other revenues of 2.84 billion pesos. Excluding the net fair value change in the investment properties, Filinvest posted a net income of 1.22 billion pesos. Filinvest ended 2024 with an occupancy of 83%, which is better than market occupancy of 80% as reported by Colliers in its fourth quarter 2024 office market report. Filinvest successfully signed new leases totaling almost 29,000 square meters in 2024, comprised of traditional and BPO tenants that are either new entrants or existing tenants expanding within Northgate Cyberzone. The size of new leases in 2024 is a 44% improvement from the signed 20,100 square meters of new leases in 2023. Filinvest's deliberate efforts to diversify its tenant mix resulted in closing new industries such as medical services and religious groups. As of end 2024, overall tenant mix is a more balanced 75% BPOs, 13% traditional, 1% retail, and 10% hospitality. Filinvest has no POGO nor PIGO exposure. Meanwhile, about 42,500 square meters or 75% of expiring leases in 2024 were renewed. This led to an improvement in weighted average lease expiry from 6.9 years to 7.3 years as of end 2024. Filinvest's balance sheet is healthy, conservatively levered with a debt level of 6 billion pesos, against an asset base of 49.8 billion pesos. Half of the debt is set to mature by 2029, while the balance will mature in 2031. This puts the loan-to-value ratio at 12.3% in 2024, which is well below the 35% regulatory limit. Other ratios remained healthy and within Philrite's debt covenants. In 2024, Philrite declared and paid dividends totaling 0.253 pesos per share, delivering a yield of 8.6% based on 2024 last trading price of 2.95 pesos per share. We are focused on diversifying our portfolio to boost dividends for shareholders while improving the revenues of our existing prime office assets. As the Philippines' first sustainability-focused REIT, Philrite is driven by a desire to integrate sustainability into the core of our business. Philrite provides an enabling environment to attain shared EESG objectives with our tenants, such as fostering environmental protection and providing green and inclusive spaces for people to work in. As a sustainability champion that aspires to play a significant role in the transition to a low-carbon economy, Philrite has adopted a two-pronged strategy to contribute to climate change mitigation, energy efficiency, and the shift to renewable energy. Philrite's journey, which started transitioning its office buildings to consume electricity from renewable sources in 2020, has converted to 100% renewable electricity supply for all 16 office buildings under its property management by 2024. What makes us distinct from other lessors and developers is that the buildings in Northgate Cyber Zone are connected to the largest district cooling system plant in the Philippines, which substantially reduces energy consumption and carbon emissions by as much as 40%. Our building designs have provisions for natural and LED lighting, natural ventilation where feasible, and the use of variable frequency drives. We have been enlisting our properties to green certifications. As of the end of 2024, there are 9 assets certified under green building criteria. 2 of them have LEED Gold and 7 have secured Excellence in Design for Greater Efficiencies or EDGE certifications. EDGE is the green standard and certification of the International Finance Corporation or IFC. One property, Filinvest 1, obtains Philrite's first Level 3 EDGE certification, also known as Zero Carbon, which is the highest of the 3 levels that attest to the carbon neutrality of the asset. Additional 5 buildings underwent comprehensive audit by EDGE experts in 2024, and the certifications are expected to be awarded in 2025. Filinvest City, where majority of our Philrite assets are located, is a master plan community and the first central business district in the Philippines to receive LEED version 4 Gold for Neighborhood Development Plan certification for its township-wide green and sustainability features, and a 3-star Verde certification. Philrite is also committed to uphold its role as an enabler and catalyst for mutual growth. We always aim to foster win-win situations to drive value in close collaboration with our tenants. We have previously said that Philrite's future growth will be driven by a pipeline of high-value and green-designed assets that attract tenants who share Filinvest sustainability goals. We started laying the groundwork in the 4th quarter of 2024 via the voluntary tender offer of FLI. In January this year, we announced the proposed property for share swap between FLI and Philrite, wherein FLI will transfer the ownership of the main mall building of its flagship Festival Mall in exchange for newly subscribed primary shares of Filinvest, subject to regulatory approvals. The transaction involves 121,862 square meters of the main mall of Festival Mall in Filinvest City, Alabang, Muntinlupa City for the subscription of 1,626,003,316 primary common shares of Filinvest at 3 pesos and 85 centavos per share, or equivalent to 6.26 billion pesos. Post-transaction, Filinvest will increase its total portfolio by 37% to 452,310 square meters while improving occupancy from 83% to 88%. The property's WALE will also extend from 7.3 years to 14.6 years. Filinvest will also be able to diversify its income sources by integrating retail mall properties into its portfolio. Upon infusion, Filinvest's portfolio mix will comprise of 67% offices, 27% retail, and 6% hospitality. This move fulfills the commitment made by our sponsor FLI to continually support the growth and expansion of our REIT portfolio through the infusion of high-quality, income-generating real estate assets. At the same time, we remain true to our investment thesis of sustainable practices in the leasing business, with Festival Main Mall being partially supplied by renewable energy through the solar panels installed atop the mall. Filinvest targets to double the current GLA by acquiring dividend-accretive assets in the next 3 years, subject to prevailing market conditions. After Festival Main Mall, we are looking at about 600,000 square meters of potential asset infusions from FLI and the broader Filinvest Group, comprised of Grade A office buildings, retail assets under the Filinvest malls and township portfolio, and hotels under the Crimson and Quest brands in key tourist destinations of the country. Our goal is to focus on growth to deliver increasing value. Filinvest has made significant progress in recovering from the challenges of office leasing through tenant diversification and prudent cost management. The upcoming infusion of Festival Main Mall into Filinvest will further broaden our portfolio through asset type diversification. Additionally, we are preparing to accept more asset infusions that are aligned with our objectives. Filinvest won numerous sustainability and good governance awards for our efforts to professionally manage the company. This includes the recognition for its exemplary adherence to regional corporate governance practices at the Institute of Corporate Directors Annual ASEAN Corporate Governance Scorecard, or Golden Arrow Awards. Filinvest was honored with 1 Golden Arrow for 2 consecutive years as a testament to its commitment to corporate governance excellence. Over the years, Filinvest has also been recognized with several prestigious awards from renowned award-giving bodies, both local and international. In 2024, Filinvest was honored with a platinum for the most sustainable REIT at the Asia Pacific REIT Summit Best of the Breeds Awards in Singapore, gold for Sustainability Product of the Year in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand at the Stevie International Business Awards, and the Environmental Stewardship Award at the Philippine Chamber of Commerce Industry Excellence in Ecology and Economy Awards. The previous year, Filinvest earned the bronze for Sustainability Leader at the 2023 Stevie International Business Awards. Filinvest also won REIT Initiative of the Year and Office Development of the Year at the 2022 Real Estate Asia Awards. More than just the awards, we are fortunate that our tenants share the same sustainability philosophy and goals of Filinvest. Each recognition reaffirms our commitment to driving positive change within the industry and paving the way for a more sustainable future. On behalf of the Board of Directors and Management, we thank you, our valued shareholders, customers, and business partners for your trust, confidence, and belief in our vision for Philwin. We will endeavor to strengthen and grow the business to provide stable returns and deliver value to you, our dear shareholders. Thank you.